Hello everybody and welcome your faces back to CryptoJet, where today we're going to be talking about XMR or Monero. Now we're going to cover the fundamentals in about 3 minutes and 7 seconds, but for now we're going to take a look at the technicals and I'm just going to explain a few things for you on the chart. If you like the video, you know the drill. Like, ask me a question, subscribe, and let's move on. So we're doing a top-down approach as almost per usual, which means we're going to examine the higher time frames before going into the lower ones. I'm going to plot out a few important areas of support/resistance, two of which I see right here. So at around the $100 mark and at around the $200 mark, these are both psychologically significant levels. So pay attention. Why are they significant? It's very simply because traders like to take profits at round numbers or to buy in to coins at round numbers. Somewhat of a price floor, the all-time low this coin has reached in the previous past few years at least is at the $25 mark. So this is a huge increase anyways. Moving on to the daily, we can see another important zone of support/resistance, or as I like to call it, an area of value. Why is this an area of value? Because we can see the coin breaking above this previous level of resistance, consolidating between it, so forming sort of a range between this, and then with strong bullish pressure, large candles, huge movements in these 2 days right here, breaking out of this level of resistance and going for a new all-time high. Now, this was quite a tremendous increase in the past period of time, so perhaps another retracement would be due for Monero, but we can never predict that because in the state of the market currently, there's a lot more people that know about the whole cryptocurrency world than back in the 2017 bull run, if you remember that. So I suspect this bull run is just going to last quite a lot longer. So a few things that could happen with Monero. We could see it continuing up and then retracing back into sort of this level of consolidation over here. But I definitely do not see it going below $200 anytime soon, because this is quite a strong level of support down here. And additionally, we saw in the past few days this market correction drove the price all the way down to about the $300 mark, but there was strong buying pressure, which means that people were willing and able to buy this coin at the $300 point, thinking and speculating that it will be worth more in the future. Now, let's move on to the actual project. So we're going to briefly explain what Monero is right now. Monero is a private digital currency. So they developed a system using some very high technology cryptography that allows you as a user of the Monero coin to send, receive, purchase things, do anything you want pretty much with the currency without anybody being able to trace it. That's right. So you can send coins to multiple locations. Nobody can know how much coins you have in your account. Nobody can know how many coins you send via that transaction. Nobody can know who you send that transaction to, etc. Now, that's quite unique in the cryptocurrency world. We're going to talk about another coin, Zcash, that does pretty much the same thing, but Monero is one of the the largest ones in the actual world. So there's a lot of bad things that can be done with this coin. For example, purchasing things on the dark web. Criminals can use it. They can evade tracking. They can commit insurance fraud, payment fraud, a lot of different things. But as with everything, bad people will find a bad way to use things, right? You can also use it for good things. So I'm going to give you an example. You could go and use Monero to buy marijuana illegally on the internet, or you could use Monero to buy medicinal marijuana illegally over the internet for somebody that you love that is in a very difficult position, right? So one of these you're considered a good person, one of these you're considered a bad person. Maybe you have a different view, but this is their goal, to solve some of these a little bit more difficult ethical and different types of problems in the world. That's just a quick example off the top of my head. Now, it's very interesting. It's very easy to actually use this coin. You just choose a wallet, you get some coins. A lot of exchanges actually have it, and you can use it privately with very, very low fees on a lot of different places. You can view their actual merchant list right here. This is pretty much their whole website. They actually have a Moneropedia, which is interesting. This is like a frequently asked questions sort of section. And one of the best parts of the Monero actual infrastructure is that there is no authority that can stop you from using a cryptocurrency today. So regulations aren't really that tight even right now. They might be in the future, but you can literally use whichever currency you want. So this opens the world of cryptocurrencies to people, for example, in India, where there is a situation where literally millions of people lack access to basic banking facilities, but they do have smartphones, local hotspots, or data on their phones. So for people who don't have banks but do have smartphones, they can very simply use Monero as a way and form of payment. That is some of the most interesting aspects that this coin is actually intended for, and I see great use for it in the future for bad people and for good people, but the project is there and it's up to us as a race to decide how we're going to use it. Now, that would be it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.